The fact that you're watching this video tells me that you already know that you have an eating disorder. I'm not going to try and convince you that you have it or try and you know your problems, okay? So in this video, I'm going to be sharing my own journey and how exactly I have been working to actually overcome my eating disorder and how I've gotten better in the time that I've started working on it. Firstly, hi, my name is Lerato. I help online business owners build a business that they love while becoming the best version of themselves. So this means also tackling those eating habits of yours and that eating disorder that you have. So that's the reason why I decided to actually create this video, because after I've decided to start that 100 days challenge, I created a support group from people who were also interested in actually joining in the challenge. And that's when I realized that I'm not the only person who is actually dealing with this. And that's the reason why I wanted to create this video, because I know that I'm not the only one dealing with this, and I want to share some things that have been working for me that I've been trying out. So I'm going to be sharing my own journey of actually getting to actually acknowledge that I even had an eating disorder, because at some point I didn't know this was a problem, and then actually now what has happened since then and what we're working towards right now, because trust me, it's been a journey. It's been a very tough journey, but I'm going to be sharing with you that so that you can actually get a little shortcut towards it, so that you know some mistakes to avoid and some things that are just going to help you with overcoming it as well. Now, for some reference, when I'm talking about my eating disorder, I'm talking about the fact that I don't eat. I had a time where I genuinely did not eat. I'd eat I think once a day, and that was through high school. During high school, I'd eat once a day. And I thought that was normal for some odd reason, because people wouldn't talk much about basically starving yourself. They'll talk more about binge eating. This eating disorder actually stemmed from the fact that I just felt like I was not skinny enough. And honestly, if younger me saw me now, she would be shocked, because I gained a lot of weight and I'm far more comfortable in the body that I have right now compared to when I was skinnier. So in other words, the eating disorder kind of stemmed from body dysmorphia, feeling like I was not skinny, I was fat, and which was a lie. Every time I look at my old pictures, I'm just like, what was I talking about? Because but anyway, so now I think it was in 2021 when I realized that I had a problem, and I was trying so hard to work towards fixing up that problem, in other words, eating. But what happened was I would eat about 2 times a day, and when I did, I wasn't eating anything healthy. When I say I wasn't eating anything healthy, I mean I was eating noodles. At some point, I was surviving on noodles alone. I had a pot. Guys, when I say a pot, I mean a pot. I don't have a picture of it, thank the Lord. But I had a pot of noodles that I would eat, and that was my way of filling myself up. So, by the way, those are noodles and chili on top of that. That's why right now I'm having issues with my stomach. But yeah, I did that for some time. So then now it kind of turned into this cycle of I would feel bad because I felt like I was eating too much. Then I would kind of stop eating. And guys, I would stop eating, eat once at night, and then that's all I would eat for the day. So it became this thing of not eating, then binge eating. Not eating for a long period of time, then binge eating at once. So yeah, I gained a lot of weight from the time, I think from around May of 2021. Now, I knew that this wasn't just about me trying to fix up my eating habits. This was me not having any control over what I eat and how exactly, what I'm putting into my body. This wasn't healthy at all. I think the day that I realized that I had a problem was when I think I had gone the whole day without eating, and we're coming back from church. I'm with my friend, and I'm now eating a lot of chips, and I look at her and I'm like, does this count as binge eating? And she's like, you have a terrible relationship with food. You haven't eaten the whole day and you're asking me if you're binge eating. That doesn't count as binge eating. You do realize that, right? That's when I realized, I had a problem. So we started trying to work on that. It took a long time until I could actually have it in order, handled, but I still am struggling to a certain extent. It's been a lot of help to actually be on this 100 days challenge, because I've been fixing up my eating habits. I do slip up sometimes, but it's a lot better than what I was hey, what I was doing before. So when I finally decided that I was starting the 100 days challenge, I was honestly just really tired. I was exhausted every single day, and at some point, because now I had stopped my energy drink addiction, which is something we're going to talk about at a later stage, not now, but I'd gotten off my energy drink addiction, and now it's just like constantly tired because, wow, well, even with the energy drinks I was constantly tired, but now it was kind of worse because I didn't have anything to keep me going for some time. And then I was like, okay, clearly I don't have any control over the way I don't have any control over what I'm eating, and the fact that my health is now deteriorating because of the fact that I'm not keeping myself in check, I am not taking care of my body, is not something that I'm enjoying. I even talked about this in the video where I was talking about like starting this 100 days challenge. So let's talk about what I've done now that has been helping me in overcoming my eating disorder. What I can tell you is that as time goes on, it does become easier for you to actually start eating and to eat on time as well, because you're training yourself to know exactly when to eat and to know that you have not eaten. You know that you have a problem when it comes to identifying when you're actually hungry, because you usually are not hungry. Like, even if you're hungry, you're so used to ignoring it that you don't feel hungry. It's a weird thing, but yeah. So having a set schedule is going to be helping you with that. I hope this video is going to help you when it comes to overcoming your eating disorder. Now, the fact that you were able to acknowledge that you have a problem is a big step for you, and I'm very proud of you for that. Remember that you don't have to just jump straight in, because you're not expected to. Like, you don't need to just jump straight in. You can start out with small things, small little habits that you're installing so that it becomes something sustainable, because I know that it's not easy to just jump straight into it, and there are going to be days where you don't feel like eating at all, and you won't, and that's okay. Like, stop bashing yourself if that happens, but you do need to start taking control of the way that you're eating, because your body does need you to eat. Okay, you cannot survive on literally one meal every 2 days or like once a day. That does not work. Now, I hope this video helps you with getting started on your journey to overcoming your eating disorder. But do let me know if there's anything else that you want me to actually talk about in the comments, so that I can actually do that for you. Now, since I've been mentioning this 100 days challenge quite a lot, you might be interested in knowing what this 100 days challenge is. I've posted a video about it on actionable steps that I am taking so that I can actually, you know, commit to this 100 days challenge and get it done with and change my life in the process. So if you want to see this video, I'm going to link it at the end of this video. So I will see you there.